Welcome, sweet friends, to the channel Frugal Money Saver. My name is Emmy. My husband is Paul. We are thrilled you are joining us today. We have jam-packed this video because it is November, and this is going to be a no-nonsense November. We have so many things going on. We have the holidays coming up, colder weather. We're still prepping for the colder weather. In this video, we're going to share a bunch of no-nonsense hints and tips to save you money and live below your budget for the upcoming holiday season and colder weather. As you saw in the intro footage, autumn is here in full force. The leaves are falling, it is cold, and we actually got to make our first fire in the wood-burning stove the other day. That's how cold it got. If you saw the video, back in August when Paul and I went to Lancaster, he found a beautiful wooden star made by one of the local Amish, and he bought it for a few dollars, and he was going to repurpose it into a new outdoor Christmas star. He's going to show you how he took that beat up old plastic star and created it into a Christmas star of absolute beauty.
So this is our Christmas star that we hang out in our tree every year during Christmas time. And the weather and the cold and the rain, it's really taken its toll on this thing. I've tried to repair it. It's plastic, it's broken, the wiring is a mess. Right now I plugged it in, it didn't even light up. So you can see that it's just deteriorating. So I saw the star in the little Amish shed, and it was only a couple of dollars. And I said, you know what? This is perfect. I'll take this home and then I'll drill holes in it and remount all the lights properly inside. And this would be a perfect star to replace this old plastic piece. So it's time to start planning the lighting for the star that we got. As you can see, the star is not perfectly symmetrical. So I don't think there's going to be a lot of measuring to do here. I'm just going to kind of eyeball it and drill some holes in this wood to start with some of the lights. So we'll get going on that right now. 2 pieces of wood just to support the star, so when I drill, it doesn't go into the concrete. I'm going to start with a smaller drill bit first to start like a pilot hole, and then I'm going to use a larger drill bit to finish the hole. The hole has to be able to accommodate the string of lights. The lights are going to be pushed down through the hole. So let's see if this works. Doing a quick measurement to see if I have enough wire, and I definitely will. Now I'm going to switch over to the slightly larger drill bit to see if I can get these lights to fit. Now before I go crazy and do all the lights, let's just see if this works. Perfect size. Just going to hot glue those in there and they're going to look great. You're going to see the wiring from the back of the star, but you're not going to see it from the front. Okay, so this is kind of what it's going to look like with the lights turned on. I still have some more work to do on it, but this is just temporary to show you what it's going to look like.
We are so thrilled with the way that star came out. It is so beautiful, and it just took him a little time. I want to encourage you all, before you run out and buy tons of new Christmas decorations or Christmas decor or holiday decor, whatever you're celebrating this season, take stock of what you already own. Can you repurpose some of it into a different look? Can you string those lights up in a different part of the house to give it a different feel? What we want to do is keep these next 2 months of November and December. We want to keep our stress level down, and we want to continue to live below our budget, even throughout the holiday season. Christmas decor can be a big budget buster for a lot of people. You walk into the stores, beautiful displays, QVC, Home Shopping Network. Oh my goodness, the beautiful things they show. If you do need to update your decor for some reason or another, head to your local thrift store. Those lights that Paul repurposed were all from the thrift stores. He would buy big bags of lights and he would make sure they work, and they were a couple of dollars. So what benefit is it if we keep these 2 months stress-free and below our budget? Well, first of all, we're going to have no credit card bills come January, which is always a plus. And the main thing is Stress tends to excite people, and you tend to act differently when you're under stress than when you are calm and in control of a situation. When you're under stress and a lot of things are coming at you, you may panic buy. What is panic buy? Well, you have to get gifts for people, and you literally go into panic mode and spend a lot of money on things that people probably don't want and may not even need. But it's our own sense of panic that we have to do this that drives us. You don't want to ever get to that point. First and foremost thing I'm going to tell you to do is set up a holiday budget if you don't have one already. A lot of you have money put aside for the holidays. You budget for the holidays, which is wonderful. But if you haven't done that, I'm going to encourage you to do that right now when this video is over. Figure out how much money you have to use throughout the holidays, and then that is it. If you can avoid that credit card creep throughout these 2 months, you will be way ahead of the game. And we're going to be doing a lot of videos on holiday prep, how to stay below your means, yummy recipes, concentrating on the goods, the positive, the old-fashioned aspects of this holiday season. That's what we're going to be emphasizing here. And I think with everything going on in the world, so many of you are looking for that, wanting that, and really we all need that. Now, another way that I keep the holidays calm and tranquil and fun, because I love to cook and bake, is I pull out my older cookbooks that are specific to the holiday season. I want to show you some of my favorites, why they're my favorites. We're going to take a look at these 3 books. One of the ways that I cut down on stress for myself is I pull out any cookbooks that I'm going to want to use throughout the holiday season. Now, this was just given to me this year, Gifts for Giving. And I am so excited to go through this. I love Gooseberry Patch books. These are great gift recipes that you can share with others. And what is also fun is under each recipe, it'll give you a little hint on how you can present them. So you have them under each one. Great for Father's Day. Give a loaf of Western surprise bread along with a good old-fashioned cowboy movie. So each one has just these great little tips, great recipes. And then even in the back of the book, it has labels that you can copy and then color and address to whomever you're giving your little gift to. So I am going to have a really good time with this one. This is another one I come back to time and time again. Taste of Home's Treasury of Christmas Recipes. We are going to be making a recipe out of this today that is frugal and decadent. What I love about this book is it has some beautiful pictures to correspond with these recipes, and it covers everything from main meals, appetizers, desserts, anything you can think of. And they are tried and true, really good recipes. And then I love my Betty Crocker. This is Betty Crocker's Best Christmas. I have had these for years. I've bought all of them used. What each recipe has are time-saving tips on the bottom. So this recipe called for 2 pounds of potatoes. And right here it says no time to peel potatoes, no problem. Just use a 32-ounce bag of frozen hash brown potatoes instead. There are tons of holiday hints and time-saving tips on each one. Another really beautiful, beautiful holiday cookbook. So those are just 3 little books that I'm going to keep close to me. I'm going to go through them, look and see if I want to try new recipes. If I don't, that's fine. I can stick with the tried and true. Now I want to take that Taste of Home book, open it up, and make a decadent recipe using items you probably already have in your house. When I tell you I would be proud to serve this to anyone, I'm not kidding. It was so easy, so delicious, and above even what I thought it would turn out like. So let's get into the kitchen and do some cooking. Today's recipe, we're going to get out of our Taste of Home's Treasury of Christmas Recipes. This is a beautiful book like we just showed you. I have been wanting to try this cinnamon cream roll-ups. That's a picture of them. Right here is the recipe, so if you want to take a screenshot and then you can enlarge it, follow along. We make our own sourdough bread. This recipe specifically called for commercial white bread though. I have been on the lookout for a cheap loaf of regular white bread to make this recipe. This one was 74 cents for the loaf. It was marked down. So this is going to be perfect. I'm not going to make an entire recipe. We're going to half it. We're going to take a half of the loaf out of this 1 pound white bread, 4 ounces of softened cream cheese, 2 tablespoons of butter. It called for 1 egg yolk for the full recipe, but I'm going to use the 1 egg yolk for the half recipe. And then we'll keep the white to add to an omelet or whatever in the refrigerator and use that quickly. Some ground cinnamon, and about 3/4 of a cup of sugar. That is all there is to this. And I think for a holiday breakfast, this is going to be phenomenal. We preheated our oven to 350 degrees. And we're going to take the cream cheese, put it right in this bowl. And this is softened. I left it at room temperature for just about an hour. You don't really want to do it longer than that. I'm going to add about 1/8 cup of sugar to that. And then we have 1 egg yolk. And I kept the white for another use. Now I'm going to take this and just mix it all together. So this whipped up beautifully. I'm going to set that aside for a minute. I melted the 2 tablespoons of butter and I'm going to put them in this little shallow dish right here. Make sure you get a spatula and get all that butter out. I'm going to take the rest of the sugar we had from the 3/4 cup. I'm going to add about 1/2 tablespoon of cinnamon to that. And we're just going to give it a mix. Actually, I'm just going to use my fingers because I don't want to scratch my plate. What we're trying to do is just find some really good, inexpensive treats for the holidays. And I think this one's going to be a winner. So what we're going to do now is take a piece of bread, the white bread. Now, it said to cut the crusts off. I'm going to see if we can leave these crusts on. And we're just going to take a rolling pin and flatten it out. So some of the top crust does come off. So what I would do is maybe just pull that hard topping of the crust off, just like that. We don't want to waste. So you got a little flat pancake here. We're going to take a little bit of that cream cheese mixture and we're going to just spread it on this piece of bread, corner to corner. Now we're going to take it and we're just going to roll it up corner to corner on a diagonal. Just like this. We're then going to put it in a little bit of that melted butter and then we're going to roll it in this cinnamon sugar. Oh, these are going to be good. And then we're just going to line them up just like that on our baking sheet. I did have to melt a little bit more butter. Everything was fine, but it seemed like it was just a little too shy on the butter. We're going to put these into the 350 degree preheated oven for about 15 minutes. What an easy, economical sweet treat for the holidays. This could be an indulgent breakfast. It could be for tea time, for just friends gathering. So we're going to put this in. We'll see you in 15 minutes. I checked these after 15 minutes, but I wanted them a little more toasty. So I put them in for another 3 minutes, 18 minutes in total. Yeah. These look and smell like bakery quality treats. So we're going to transfer them to a wire rack and let them cool. So I just transferred them. They're going to cool for, I don't know. The book didn't tell me how long to let them cool for, but I'm assuming that filling will be super hot. So we'll try one in about 15 minutes. Look at these. Let me just show them the bottom. Are these perfect? I'm so excited to try one. We let these cool for 15 minutes on a wire rack. Now we just plated them. I want to cut one open. Let's see what the inside looks like. Oh my goodness. Can you see this? How beautiful is this for presentation? They're beautiful. Now you put this on a plate with some fresh fruit, some vanilla ice cream, a drizzle of maple syrup with some scrambled eggs on the side. This is really a very lovely, economical, sweet treat for the holidays. I'm gonna give it a taste. Paul's gonna give it a taste. We'll let you know what we think.
Cinnamon cream cheese rollout. When I was a kid, we used to have cinnamon and sugar on toast as a little treat, maybe for breakfast. This is like an adult version of that. Look at this thing. Here goes. Wow. Yep, I always say the same words. Wow, this is decadent. You gotta try this. Easy, simple, your guests, your family, yourself, you're gonna love it. You can serve this with coffee or hot chocolate. After a dinner, everyone's settling into the living room to talk, pull these out. What a big hit. Absolutely delicious. You gotta try them. That's Paul approved.
All I can say is you need to make it. I'm just going to say, no, it's not the healthiest recipe. And I'm not telling you to make it every day, but I'm telling you for a treat for the holidays, if you are able to eat a sweet treat like that, give this one a go. It is so good. It is also so customizable. We could have added a layer of jelly over the cream cheese mixture. We could have sprinkled some chocolate chips over the cream cheese mixture. So there are so many ways to make it your own. Maybe add a splash of vanilla or almond extract to the cream cheese filling. I'm not kidding. It was something that is definitely going to be served in our home this holiday season. In last Tuesday's video, we had talked about 25 ways to prepare for the unexpected, for colder weather, and you all were so great about leaving us even more tips. So Paul and I looked through them, and there were so many good ones, but we just pulled out another 15 that you may want to add to your list. So if you had taken notes on the 25 things we told you to stock up on, we're going to give you another 15 to add to that list right now. These are all viewers' tips that came in the comments section. Number 1, a good first aid kit. Number 2, a manual can opener. Number 3, shelf-stable milk or powdered coffee creamer. Number 4, some prepared snacks in little bags like granola bars or little small bags of chips or treats. Just for those pick-me-up moments you may need if the power does go out. Number 5, I don't always encourage you to do this, but I can see how this would be helpful in an emergency situation, and that is to have paper goods in the home. Paper plates, paper cups, plastic utensils, because if you don't have access to water, you're not going to want to eat off of dirty dishes. Number 6, ice melt for your walkways, your driveways. And I'm going to encourage you, if you have fur babies, make sure it is paw safe and animal friendly. Number 7, solar lanterns. Number 8, and I love this one. Paul and my son both have one of these, and that is a headlamp. This is just a ski cap, and it's got lights right on the top of it. A whole bunch of different settings that you can set. Paul puts it on his head when he shovels snow. If he's gathering wood and it's dark, that is a great one. Number 9, a few people suggested having outdoor solar lights to light up walkways. And then what you're able to do is bring those inside for added light. Number 10, garbage bags. Well, that just makes sense. Number 11, a thermos. So if you are heating food, you can keep it warmer a bit longer. Number 12, hand sanitizer and baby wipes. Number 13, flameless candles. That's a great one. Again, make sure you have a stock of good batteries. Number 14, an outdoor source of cooking, such as a barbecue grill. But I am going to be very specific when I say you cannot bring outdoor cooking grills into the home and cook. That is extremely dangerous. Don't do that, please. And number 15 is a generator. As you know, we have showed you our generator many times. It is a big gas generator that basically could power the whole house if we needed it to. But you don't even have to go that big. They make small generators as well. So these are 15 more ways to keep you prepared, to keep you safe through No Nonsense November. Today's question of the day. Please leave us down below in the comments section your best stressless tips for the holiday season. And I'm hoping they are frugal and budget friendly as well, because that would make them even better. But what do you do to keep your holidays within budget and also stress free? So we thank you for sharing this time with us today. We would love to give a shout out to Kathy. Hi, Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
We met her the other day in front of a store. She came up to us, which we loved, and we actually chatted for a while, and it was wonderful. It's so amazing when you all come up to us and you ask, how are Paul's parents, or how is Dixie's teeth? It's amazing that you all have become such an integral part of our family. So Kathy, thank you for taking the time out of your day to spend time with us, say hello, and make our day. We appreciate it. Remember, you are out and about. You see Paul and I, come on up. We'd love to meet you. We hope you enjoyed today's video. Please take a minute before you leave and give this a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. We ask you to be well. We ask you to be safe. And above all, we wish you blessings. Until our next video, may God greatly bless you.